In this video, we will show you how to make decisions in round 3 of the Chocolate Factory Business Simulation game. In round 3, you continue to run your business. You should learn from what happened in the previous virtual month, prepare your strategy for this round, and make all the operational decisions. The first thing you should always do when starting a new round is to analyze the results. In this video, we'll briefly discuss all the tabs with the results. A more detailed analysis can be found in a separate video called Results Analysis. Let's start from the dashboard. You can see your ranking there, as well as your net income from the previous round, and your current account balance. Let's go to the scorecard now. Scorecard is the base for the ranking of the companies. It compares all competitive companies based on a few indices. The main indicator, which is the base of the ranking, is the business result. Business result is the product of the remaining 5 indicators, which you can see on the screen. Economic result. This indicator evaluates the company in terms of 2 elements, income and company's value. It mainly indicates if you make profit or not, but also if the company is growing in terms of value. This indicator will be positive if the company is profitable, and negative if it suffers a loss. The higher the economic result, the better. Employee satisfaction. This indicator assesses the extent to which employees are satisfied with the working conditions. That is, salary, bonuses, type of contract, the quality of the equipment they work on, and, in subsequent rounds, also training. This indicator can range from 0 to infinity. The higher, the better. Customer satisfaction informs you about the extent to which your customers are happy with your offer. That is, prices, discounts, quality of products, or available amenities. This indicator, just like employee satisfaction, can range from 0 to infinity. And again, the higher, the better. Business development. It's an indicator telling you if the company is growing. That is, if you're launching new products, investing in new equipment, hiring new employees, etc. The higher the ratio, the better. Green Index. The Green Index depends on the number of sustainability initiatives undertaken by the teams. The higher the index, the better. Debt ratio gives you information if you manage to finance yourself with your own funds or if you're using debt. This indicator can take values from 0 to 1. A value of 1 means that your company did not need any funds from the banks. A ratio below 1 means that some funds for financing the business come from credits or loans. So the credit worthiness decreases and the risk increases. All the indicators in the scorecard show your company's situation in comparison with the competition. For example, when calculating the employee satisfaction, the simulation compares the working conditions in all companies. And in the case of customer satisfaction, the system will compare the prices and quality of offers of all companies on the market. If any of the above-mentioned indicators is less than or equal to 0, then business result is 0. If all indicators are positive, then business result will also be positive. After analyzing the scorecard, check the feedback on all other decisions. There is a Results section in the menu in each tab. I'll now show you the results in the Sale tab as an example. As mentioned earlier, check the Results Analysis video for detailed results explanation. All charts in the Results section show the effect of your actions in the previous round. Some of the results you can see here are publicly available about all companies operating on the market, and they'll show your company against the competition. The rest is only available to you. The first chart shows the demand for particular products in the previous round. We can check how many customers wanted to buy all the types of bars from the companies operating on the market. You can also see there how many products other teams offered in the previous round. The next chart shows how the demand forecast for your products looked in relation to the actual demand that has been generated on the market. So, it shows you how many chocolate bars you thought your customers would buy and how many they actually wanted. Then, you can check the sales in your company and see if there were any lost sales. If you have any lost sales, make sure to understand why. There are 3 possible reasons. Your employees were too busy, there was not enough equipment, or you did not prepare enough products. Make sure to identify the reason for your lost sales to be better next round. You can also see the prices after discounts for all products offered by all competitive companies. Based on this information, draw conclusions about what happened in terms of sales in the previous round. Think about what you should do now to improve the result and for the company to get as high as possible in the ranking. Define your problems and pinpoint the elements where you've made mistakes and those where the competition has made better decisions. Then, decide how to adjust your strategy. Analyze the results in the same way in other tabs, that is, HR, investments, equipment, suppliers, and production. Remember that detailed information on how to analyze the results can be found in a separate video entitled Results Analysis. Now let's move on to the decisions of round 3. This round, you continue the operations of your company. You can expand the range of products you offer and additionally decide to purchase employee amenities as well as engage in activities improving your company's sustainability. Let's start with the Offer tab. Decide which products you want to be selling in March. This month, you can add more products to your offer. In total, you can sell 6 products now. Firstly, turn on the products you want to offer for your customers in the current round. Please note that you can choose any products from the entire offer. Then, make a demand forecast for each of them. If these are new products that you did not sell in the previous round, then calculate the forecasted demand exactly the same way as in round 2 by using the annual demand and seasonality index. Remember that this time, for our calculations, we use the seasonality index for the current round, that is, for March. In the case of the products that you offered in the previous round, consider if you need to modify the forecast. You need to do that due to the change in seasonality index or sales results from the previous round. For example, if last month your customer wanted to buy only half as many products as you forecasted, it may be worth reducing the forecast for the next month, unless you figure out how to modify your offer to attract more customers. Finally, calculate the requirement for equipment, employees, and resources in the same way as in round 2. This will allow you to assess if you need to hire new people or invest in new equipment. You also have to buy the appropriate amount of resources from the suppliers and set the production volumes. Now, let's go through all the tabs in the menu one by one to remind you what to do. I'll start with the Investments Equipment tab. I'll leave the decision about workstations as the last one in this round, and I'll tell you about it a little bit later. If, after all the calculations you made in the Offer tab, it turned out that you need more equipment, add it to the appropriate workstations. Buy more equipment if the new product requires it, or if the equipment you already have was heavily utilized last month. Remember that the purchase of additional equipment is possible only when you either have an empty workstation or when you don't have this particular equipment in the workstation yet. The next step in the round are the decisions concerning the HR. In the HR Employment tab, you'll find all of your employees. By clicking on an employee's photo, you can change their salary, form of employment, or give them a bonus. The bonus is a one-time payment in the current round. If you want to, there is also an option to change the employee's form of employment or to dismiss them. You have to remember, though, that if you dismiss the employee, you'll have to pay the severance costs. If you have free workstations, you can also hire new employees. In the HR tab, there is a new decision to be made in round 3, which is amenities. You can buy different types of equipment or benefits for your employees to increase their satisfaction. Next to every item, you can see the percentage of employees that expect given amenities to be in your company. Every amenity generates costs. These can be one-time purchase costs or monthly costs. Choose amenities that you want to buy for your employees. You can choose any number of amenities. New amenities may become available in further rounds, so make sure to come back to this section every month. Another decision you have to make is to restock the resources needed for production. Remember to always calculate the amount of resources you need to produce for your chocolate products. Just like in the second round, do this on the basis of 2 things: the demand forecast, the requirement visible in the Offer tab for each product under the Details button. Plus, take into consideration if you have any resources left in stock after the month. You can check it in the Results section of the Suppliers tab. If there are resources left in stock, you can purchase less because the stock will automatically be used for production as well. The decision to buy resources looks exactly the same as in the second round. Go to the database of the selected supplier, search for specific resources, select their quality, and buy the appropriate amount. When you're in the resource database, supplier, you'll see a column, Resources in Stock, also here to help you keep track of how much of a resource you have and how many you're purchasing. Remember that you can check the resources you've already selected under the button Show Ordered Resources. You can also modify or delete the order for resources there. Next, move on to the Sustainability tab. When you make your business decisions, you can try to make a positive impact on the environment and your local community. Of course, such activities may mean extra costs on the one hand, but they will improve your image and scorecard result on the other. Select the programs and initiatives that you would like to launch in your company. They'll generate initial costs indicated in the purchase price section, and may also generate monthly costs for maintaining them. Now, move on to the production section. Just like in previous rounds, tell your production team how many chocolate bars you want them to produce this month. This time, you just need to consider one more thing. If you have not sold all the products last month, you'll see them in the stock status section. You can subtract the number of products in stock from your demand forecast to get the production volume you need. This way, the products you manufacture, plus the products you have in stock, will give you the number of products you need for the month. Once you set the production volume, make sure to use the Check Resources button to verify if you have enough of everything to manufacture this number of products. If the verification is positive, and you see that the available resources allow you to produce the planned volume, you're good to go forward. But if you get feedback that available resources are insufficient to produce the planned volume, you need to go back and check if you purchased the right number of resources. It's also possible that you will not have enough employees or equipment, but start with checking the resources. When the production verification is positive, move on to the Sale tab. After making all the decisions in the Offer, Investments, HR, Suppliers, Sustainability, and Production tabs, go to the Sale tab. If all requirements are met, then you should be able to see all the products that you want to sell here. If any of the products are not ready for sale, check what is missing. It can either be employee, equipment, or resources. Then return to the appropriate tab to get what you need. If the products are ready for sale, turn them on and set prices and possible discounts. As promised, Let's now come back to the Investments Workstations tab. Remember that this is a strategic decision, and its effects will be visible in the next round, not in the current one. Decide if you need to buy new workstations. When should you buy new workstations? If you plan to hire new employees next round, you will need one empty workstation for one employee. So check if you have any empty workstations in the HR. Remember that each round you can add 3 more products to your offer. So if you decide to increase your portfolio of products next round, you may need more people to handle it. Remember that the workstations you launched in the previous rounds are still available. We are now thinking about what is going to be needed next month. Remember also that the workstations are launched with a 1-round delay. It means that workstations that you launch this round will be available in round 4. Finally, take a look at the checklist. If there are any critical errors, make sure to correct them. If there are no mistakes and you feel you're ready, submit your decisions. I hope everything is clear, and see you in the next videos. Good luck.